Ladies and gentlemen, will you please take your seat? The ceremony is about to begin.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Ian Robinson, a member of BTW's class of 2018.
And I am Trinity Ross, representing the class of 2019. It is our pleasure to welcome each of you to Booker T. Washington Magnet High School's commencement. We are also proud to say that our school is ranked as one of the best high schools in America according to the U.S. News and World Report. We extend our appreciation to BTW educators, students, alumni, parents, extended family, and community supporters for making this achievement possible for our school.
On behalf of the BTW administration, faculty, and staff, I'd like to extend my full appreciation to the Montgomery County Board of Education, Superintendent Margaret Allen, and all of the Montgomery Public Schools Central Office personnel. I will ask that these individuals please stand at this time, and everyone please give them a round of applause.
We extend our appreciation also to Pastor Larry Briers and the Frazer United Methodist Church family, Mrs. Ellen Ward, parents of our graduates, family members, BTW alumni, friends, and community supporters who are united this evening to celebrate the achievements of our graduating class.
Special acknowledgments to BTW's Fame Foundation for their unwavering support of the BTW student body, as well as BTW's faculty, staff, and administration for their dedication and commitment to the success of all BTW students. We would like at this time for all BTW Fame Board members to please stand.
As we prepare to begin our program, please remember to silence electronic devices. If small children get unhappy or unsettled during the program, please locate BTW student ambassadors who will direct you to a waiting space until your little one is happy and ready to return to graduation. In addition, please pay attention to the exits at the front and the back of the sanctuary. In order to make this high school commencement memorable, we ask all guests to refrain from creating a disturbance during the ceremony, including, but not limited to, screaming, sounding loud horns and other devices, as you do not know the medical conditions of those seated around you. Our motto is excellence in all things at BTW Magnet High School. Thank you in advance for respecting this motto by adhering to the requests that we have made. Thank you for joining us this evening, and we hope that you will leave inspired and encouraged.
And finally, congratulations to the BTW class of 2017.
please remain standing for the national anthem, which will be performed by the BTW Show Band Magnet. Thank you. We also want to remain standing because we must honor all of those who are serving our country, as well as those who've lost their lives serving our country, and those who are living and working and fighting in war-torn areas. Please pause for a moment of remembrance. Thank you. You may be seated. Welcome to BTW Magnet High School's annual commencement. I present to you the class of 2017. My challenge to the class of 2017 is to first honor the individuals who are here this evening celebrating this occasion. All parents and grandparents, please stand. We love you, and we thank you for the support that you have provided our school. To our Superintendent Margaret Allen, board members, and MPS personnel, thank you for joining us this evening. As Trinity stated, BTW Magnet High School is one of the top schools in the nation, and I ask the parents to stand because we could not achieve this honor without the village that you see surrounding these remarkable students. So thank you for your support. Our band will perform in a few minutes a selection. You've heard that a picture is worth 1,000 words, but a song is worth 1,000 memories. My challenge to the class of 2017 as you pursue your college and career goals, always start when you want to achieve anything by looking at the man and the woman in the mirror. We are living in times now where everyone is searching for someone to blame and to give as a reason for not achieving a goal or achieving our motto, excellence in all things. But one beautiful thing about this great school is that we must continue to take responsibility for our goals and our obligations, and the obligation, most importantly, to serve and to give back to our nation. Also, in this challenge, I encourage you to remember that privilege and personality can sometimes interrupt promise. We have been fortunate. We may not have parents who are millionaires, but you have parents who have dedicated their lives. They've made sacrifices just for you. And when you go to college, you're going to have to remember all of the things that they've done for you. You're not entitled to receive anything without hard work. In addition, it is imperative that you remember that our careers and our experiences in college and in the workforce They're going to require that we grow in the area of our personality. So it is imperative that you continue to grow and to take constructive criticism, because I look forward to seeing BTW's graduates on Grammy stages. I look forward to seeing our graduates in courtrooms, functioning as attorneys. I look forward to seeing these students who not only think outside of the box, but who also throw away the box as they reinvent the medical profession, the teaching profession, and all of those professions that are desiring to have a Booker T. Washington Magnet High School graduate. So I challenge you, class of 2017, to continue to strive for excellence in all things. Congratulations for your achievements. Now you will hear a response from our class valedictorian, who's a member of the BTW Piano Magnet, Joy Ikea Richardson, our 2017 valedictorian.
Good evening. To our BTW educators and staff, supporters, and of course, the great class of 2017. It is such an honor for me to stand before you today during this joyous occasion. As your class valedictorian, I would like to say that I am incredibly thankful for each individual who has helped me reach this point. Family, educators, friends, church members, and most importantly, God. Without him, I would have never survived high school, nor would I have excelled in all things, as our school motto has reminded me since my arrival as a freshman at BTW Magnet High School. The words of William Jennings Bryan have been a huge inspiration to me, and I hope they will inspire you this evening. Bryan said, "Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It is not a thing to be waited for. It is a thing to be achieved." This quotation brings me to my central message. Despite what is destined to come against you, don't let it come between you and your destiny. We will choose whatever it is we want our goal to be, and we must run after our goals with intention and purpose. We must think rationally, as our parents and teachers have reminded us, and let our common sense guide us. To the class of 2017, and to our special guest here this evening, I encourage you to never sit and wait for what you want, because life is not going to wait for you. There's a reason why goals are achieved and not handed to you. Along the way, failure will happen. However, it will always be our ultimate motivator, especially if we are the cause of that failure. And I can definitely attest to that. At the end of my junior year, I decided to procrastinate on an assignment for AP European History. I waited until after a clear deadline to turn in the assignment, and I thought Mr. Gravatt would accept it, but guess what? He didn't. The assignment was a major grade, so that huge grade gap was reflected on my report card. At that moment, he had the honorary privilege of giving me the lowest grade I had ever earned in my life. Apparently, valedictorians procrastinate and make mistakes too. Who knew? Of course, I cried. I thought my GPA had been ruined forever, but it wasn't. Obviously, I wouldn't be standing here today before you if it had. On the bright side, this was a lesson learned from my teacher and from my own mistakes, and it gave me something to add to my speech this evening. Even though failure will inevitably happen as we pursue our goals, failure will only stop us if we let it interfere with them. Though I believe that there is a divine hand that oversees our destiny, I also believe that we choose whether we follow that path or not. As Bryan said, destiny is not left to chance, but it is a choice. If this is the case, then are we going to allow a few roadblocks along the way stop us? Class of 2017, I want to challenge you to use all of your roadblocks and lessons learned to get you to the next level. Whether you are going to college, to the military, straight into the workforce, or even if you're still preparing for the next stage in life, I know you are going to achieve great things. And now, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge just how inexplicably great this class is. We are graduating from one of the top high schools in the state and even the nation. Not only do we have the academic prowess as students, but we are unbelievably talented in so many areas. The 2017 showcase was phenomenal and only represented a fraction of the amazing talent this school has. Our school basketball team made BTW history by making it into the Final Four for the state championships. These achievements have proven that there are even greater accomplishments in our future if we choose wisely. We are well-rounded individuals who have potential and a natural ability to take on the world. In addition, we survived high school. There's nothing like it. It's not an easy feat for most, and it definitely was not easy in the magnet program. We had the luxury of having teachers who constantly challenged us and bended us until we broke. We survived the classic mental breakdowns, questionable school lunches, and all-nighters. And now, we get to say goodbye to the days of seemingly pointless homework, DBQs, last-minute grades, cram sessions, and AP classes, and hello to the new challenges that will lay an even stronger foundation for our success. So, if there is anything you should remember from my speech, it is this. Failure is a part of the process, but ultimately, the victories will outweigh our challenges. So, class of 2017, on this 17th day of May, take your time, relax, work hard, and fearlessly be exceptional in all that you do. The world is waiting for you. Thank you.
Mr. Adam Hall. Let's give them another round of applause as they exit. Thank you. We will now have the introduction of our commencement speaker from our salutatorian, Carlisha Steele.
Good evening. It is my honor as salutatorian to present our commencement speaker, Jason Stiers. He is an alumnus of Booker T. Washington Magnet High School. He has cast shows such as the Tony Award Best Musical, A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, Dames at Sea, The Lion King, Puffs, and over 15 different productions for the highly prestigious New York City Center Encores. He has worked with professionals such as Josh Prince, Camille Brown, and Randy Skinner, amongst many others. Other credits include Hartford Stage, Shakespeare Theater Company, San Francisco Symphony, and Theater Under the Stars. Mr. Stiers also served as a casting director for the smash hit television show, So You Think You Can Dance. Some recent favorite projects include Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, The Prancing Elites Project, and How You Look at It, which recently gathered awards in various film festivals across the world. His current projects include a new off-Broadway production of Money Talks. He proudly serves as the resident casting director for Josh Prince's groundbreaking Broadway Dancing Lab. Outside of his normal work in casting, he is a proud supporter and friend of the cancer support community, serving as their casting consultant for their galas and benefits. He teaches as a guest artist at numerous universities, colleges, and programs across the nation. I present to you Jason Stiers, our 2017 commencement speaker.
Oh man, I haven't worn one of these since 2002. This is weird. This is super weird. I like it. Hi, I'm Jason Stiers. Good evening. So I just want to first start off by saying thank you to BTW and the faculty, and specifically to Dr. Starks for asking me to come back to do this tonight. It's an incredible honor and opportunity, and one that I never thought I would be offered when I was sitting, well, not up there, but in the same conceptual place with my cap and this gown on, anxious to leave to get to the party that I had already planned. Actually, Dr. Starks, when she asked me if I would consider this, I immediately said yes. And then I checked myself very quickly. I turned back to her and I said, "Are you sure that you want me to come give this speech? You do remember me from your classes, right?" She inhaled and quickly and deeply, and she said, "Yes, I have already considered that, but I think that we will be able to keep the damage to a minimum." I'll try. But truly, thank you again for having me. This means so much to me, and especially probably to my parents who are in the audience tonight. And to the students, I know you're already ready to go. Like, I get it. So at this very moment, let me tell you right now, just feel free to check out. Do your thing up there. Don't worry, because mostly what I have to say may not even be for you, so that's cool. You probably won't even listen. I don't think I did when I was in your shoes. I'm pretty sure that I can't even recall who our commencement speaker was, even as I speak about it now. But I'm sure it was full of wisdom, insight, and brilliance. But when writing a speech, the first thing they teach you to know is know your audience. And really, you all are just a bunch of captives here right now, and I can't really do anything about that. However, there are people that chose to be here tonight, and that's all the family, the friends, the teachers, the administration. So I'm happy to settle for you guys. After much deliberation on how to lay this speech out, I decided I should go about it the way the high school version of me would have. And now I see Dr. Starks is probably in a little bit of a panic. My parents are probably also a little embarrassed, and that's okay. But let me assure you that that I don't intend on embarrassing either of you guys tonight after extending such a gracious invitation to be here to give this speech. But do note that I said that I do not intend to. So I think you all have been able to surmise that I was probably not the typical student. Probably you can talk to any of the faculty that I had that are here tonight. Some of them are in the back. They can account for that and attest to that, and also probably want to run right now. But it came back to me a while ago, and I was thinking about like how I should do the speech, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to do an abbreviated version of the story of my life. Well, my life according to me at least. So I was born and raised here in Montgomery. I grew up in the area known as Green Acres, right off of Vaughan Road. Most of my Friday nights were actually spent with my family and my adoptive family down at Chris's Hot Dogs, which just celebrated their 100th anniversary. It was a place that I went every Friday. I'm actually trying to go there this Friday night just to like go back and recount and rehash the memories. I went through the public school system here in Montgomery, starting off at Vaughan Road, then attempting to get into Forest Avenue Academic Magnet. They rejected me the first time because I didn't want to talk to the interviewers. I had no interest whatsoever in talking to any of them. Returned the following year, and I think it went a little bit better. They approved me moving over to Forest Avenue. My first year there was my third grade year, Miss Tennell and Miss Freeman. I think the highlight of that third grade year, though, was when Miss Freeman corrected me on how I held my pencil as we were learning how to get our cursive up to standard. Do they even teach that do they teach that anymore, cursive? Okay, y'all are like, sort of, ish. Okay, so yeah, so she corrected, and I think my response to her was that my handwriting was better than hers, and so I think we were gonna be okay. That was third grade. That was third grade, kids. So I continued to climb the ladder of grade school. Fourth grade, Miss Castleberry and Miss Roth. Fifth grade, Miss Vandervoort, Miss Rodopoulos, and Miss Caesar. Sixth grade, Miss Alton and Mr. White. And for the most part, I remained in one piece throughout the rest of that and somehow got out of there, and only through the little moments of conduct. And that was mostly because I wanted to talk to the people around me. Let's be honest. I then reached Baldwin. Got to Baldwin Junior High. I started playing trumpet in the band with Mr. Dowling, who was there at the time. And looking back on it, it was not very pretty. I tried for 2 years. I took Spanish. Then I learned all the words to the new hit song at the time, the Macarena. You guys remember that? They don't. And not long after I got in school suspension for telling my poor teacher, Senora Bray, that I had no intention to cierra my boca. That also did not go well. Again, parents are here, so they remember all this very well. I survived running the mile, which if any of you guys went to Baldwin, you ran the mile with Coach Moore. Some of you may have run the mile, probably maybe with me, I don't know. Running the mile with Coach Moore. I probably went through about 5,000 squat thrusts on the wall. I recall fondly getting in trouble for putting my feet on the back of Miss Jefferson's chairs in algebra class. And of course, talking in class. And I think we're seeing a theme here. We got to walk around downtown Montgomery with Miss Danner as we learned about the civil rights movement, where it all happened. And looking back on that, I think this is such a wonderful thing that I didn't understand at the time, how beautiful and magnificent that really was. All in all, I was a lucky kid. I had teachers who were there that wanted to be teaching, that loved teaching, and loved their students, even if they were tough on us from time to time. But it wasn't until 9th grade when my braces finally came off and couldn't play the trumpet anymore. So, and after a series of unfortunate events, is what my family likes to call it, surrounding my refusal to do homework for a class, I was acing my tests acing them. I mean, I didn't need to do the homework, right? I got it in class. I don't need to do it at home. Sorry, Mom, again. So I came back. They let me back into Baldwin. I don't know why. So I came back to Baldwin, and I didn't have a lot of options as far as my schedule went, because at that point it was a month and a half into school. I had auditioned previously the year before for show choir to the song "Feel the Beat of the Rhythm of the Night." I still remember all the choreography from that audition, but that didn't work out. They had replaced me. Nailing it. So drama class was the only time, or the only thing that would fit into the time slot that I had open with Miss Boulware. And so I just did that. I should also note now that I did not come from a family of performing artists or singers or anything of that sort. My mom was a banker for most of my youth, and my stepfather was and is a civil engineer and surveyor. One of the few home videos, just to give a little backstory on me, that I actually recall of my childhood, my favorite thing was my calculator. That was my most prized possession, and there's a home video of my sister taking it away from me and me sitting atop a slide screaming and kicking until she returned it to me. So clearly, I was trying to take after my mother in that respect. Calculators were very important. So after wrapping up at Baldwin, I said farewell to a lot of my friends because I had gone to BTW to interview and to audition for the musical theater program there. They were all headed to LAMP. They had a different life ahead of them. We said goodbye. Some folks came over with me to BTW. I was thrilled about it. My sister had gone to LAMP, so I was definitely the, quote, black sheep of the family. I came into BTW. I auditioned with a song from Cats, which I don't know if you know Cats, but there's a lot of repetitive words in it. It is terrible, terrible songs to audition with for anything. And now, given what I do as a casting director, I look back on it and I'm appalled at my younger self. During my time at BTW, though, I participated in the musical theater magnet, later going on to have a double magnet alongside dance. I was mentored by the inimitable Mr. Randy Foster in musical theater, also doing shows for him during summers, while also being fully immersed in the dance world under Mr. Gary Moore and Miss Joy Kinnemer at the time, now Omi, as well as taking further classes at Alabama Dance Theater. I learned about sadistics, as it was so lovingly called, from Miss Coles. Miss Sharon Coles, what she called statistics, which that was her former life before she was teaching. And that's what she called it. I went with the flow. And that she also didn't waste time doing mathematics because that was for, she was our algebra teacher. She didn't need to know how to add. That was the best thing. And it was wonderful. It was one of those moments where I just remember falling in love with somebody who was so wonderfully gifted at keeping an audience in the middle of an algebra class at that. So I also participated in Model United Nations back there and the National Forensics League, debating all over, where I performed such lovely poetry interp as Baby Got Back. That went over well as well. He's laughing now. There's Gravatt in the back. Yep, he remembers that. I got kicked out of a few places. I was the Secretary General of our conference, BTW Model United Nations, and actually we helped orchestrate, as a group with Jennifer Isaacson, we actually orchestrated the largest conference that ever had happened. I don't know if they still happen, but it was amazing. I think we had 10 different schools from all over the state and the Southeast. We actually also tricked the school, oh God, so many stories are coming out right now, tricked the school into letting us have a store to raise money so we could go to Harvard Model UN, so that way we could get to Boston. And we did, and that way all the students actually ended up paying only about $100 each to go to Harvard, participate, and debate amongst people from across the world. That year I also staged a walkout for my AP English class. Again, you guys are getting the truth of this matter. We had a substitute teacher that had taken over for Mrs. Womack, who we affectionately called Mama Woe. She was a wonderful, engaging teacher that really knew how to speak to her students and also really bring us into a comforting environment that we were able to learn under her tutelage. Again, that went very well, and I'm sure Dr. Starks remembers that. Finally, graduation day had come. Finally, all these teachers are so happy to get rid of me. I had screwed up so much that they got rid of me. They kept me around. They allowed me to walk. They, of course, gave us the whole spiel. I, in fact, know that I need to go give this back to the folks. Otherwise, I cannot get my real one because I know there's nothing inside those. They can't trick you. Don't let them trick you. Return the robes, okay? I finally got there. We were at the Montgomery Civic Center. I was number 111 out of 151. My friend Jen Isaacson, who did the speech a few years ago, she was number 1. So I constantly tell her that I was just 3 times what she was. I then went on to the University of Montevallo, where I got a BFA in acting and directing, and was there throughout the entire time, working on multiple different projects, working with as many people as I possibly could. Not everybody was a fit for me, shocking, and plenty of folks made up their minds that they never wanted to work with me ever again. I had a lot of opinions and very few reservations about sharing those opinions. I worked alongside my professors, Dr. David Callahan and Mr. Vladimir Ravinsky, as a team member, directing shows, choreographing shows, helping run auditions in those capacities. They gave me a glimpse of what it was like to be on the other side of the table, is what we say in my business, in the theater biz. When opportunities came up for my professors, I processed that opportunity and tended to jump on it, even if I knew it was going to be a bit much to handle amidst all the classes and, of course, the parties. I grew up watching I Love Lucy with my mom, and I now keep a Lucille Ball quote around my desk always. And Lucille, like I know her, like she's my best friend. So she said once, luck, I don't know anything about luck. I've never banked on it, and I'm afraid of people who do. Luck to me is something else, hard work, and realizing what is opportunity and what isn't. As a young person, I didn't know what opportunities were potentially good for me, great for me, bad for me, terrible for me. I just knew there was an opportunity for something. The more opportunities, though, that I took, and I took advantage of, the better I got at seeing the potential payoff. Were they all great experiences? Absolutely not. Did I learn from every single one of them? I now know that I did, though I wouldn't have admitted it at the time. But one thing remains true through every single one of these opportunities, one common thread. I was working with other people. Those people had different ideas, different backgrounds, different abilities, different stories. I've been able to share a little bit of mine here tonight in the hopes that you understand, mostly you guys understand, the importance of hearing another person's story, listening to other people's stories, and also being able to share your own. As you will be working with people for the rest of your life. There's no avoiding it. And I think that the only way one can truly be successful is if you find or derive some sense of enjoyment from working with other people. If you look back on everything that I've said thus far, you'll kind of see that every single story revolves around other people, whether it be teachers, mentors, friends of mine that I grew up with. I have called them out by name. These educators here tonight, and the administration here tonight, will be a part of your story one day. And each of those people has his or her own story as well. Now, I could have stood up here and pontificated about what is the right way to do all this after you graduate, your education, your family, your friends, your life. But all I know is my own story. And you can spend years trying to prepare and plan about how to control all of it, but unfortunately, you just don't have that much control over it all. All you can do is look at every opportunity that comes your way and make a choice. Do you take it or do you pass it up? There's an excellent Ira Glass quote, which I will share with, I share with every student that I teach, and I teach all over America and now the world, luckily enough. And it is probably the most important quote that I think anybody who teaches in the arts, who teaches arts administration, whatever the case may be. And I think that this should be repeated on high. Nobody tells this to people who are beginners. I wish somebody told me. All of us who do creative work, we get into it because we have good taste. But there is this gap. For the first couple of years, you make stuff. It's just not that good. It's trying to be good. It has potential, but it's not. But your taste, the thing that got you into the game, is still killer. And your taste is why your work disappoints you. A lot of people never get past this phase. They quit. Most people I know who do interesting creative work went through many years of this. We know our work doesn't have this special thing that we want it to have. We know we all go through this. And if you are just starting out, and most of you are, if you're just starting out, excuse me, I lost my place because this is a quote. We all go through this. And if you're just starting out, or if you're still in this phase, you got to know it's normal. And the most important thing you can do is do a lot of work. Put yourself on a deadline so that every week you will finish one story. It is only by going through a volume of work that you will close that gap, and your work will be as good as your ambitions. And I took longer to figure this out, how to do this, than anyone I've ever met. It's going to take a while. It's normal to take a while. You've just got to fight your way through it. Now, how do you get these opportunities, you may ask? All I can say is that every opportunity that has come across my desk, that has come into my life, has come from another person with a name and a story, who has also been given an opportunity of their own, one that they leapt at. So, to the class of 2017, congratulations on getting to this point. Do your work, and do a lot of work, and do that work with people who are great at what they do. Surround yourself with others who are also driven and want to do great work. The best thing that we can hope for you all is that your great work is far from being over. Congratulations.
Dr. Starks, the faculty and staff of Booker T. Washington Magnet High School present 116 candidates for graduation. We will begin with the Creative and Performing Arts Center. From the Choral Magnet, Jasmine Shion Curry. Elijah LaRon Joseph Gildry. Sarai Marianne Harper. Joseph Tyler Harris. Arlen Alfonso Hobby. Courtney Patrice Jones. Lindsay Catherine Kilgore. Mary Caitlin McInnish. Catherine Cyan Miles. Mary Jane Ivama Aji. Kristen Diane Richards. Keenan Jamal Watkins. Tiffany Carmen Lachelle Williams. Members from Concert Band. Elizabeth Jane Bellinger. Adrian Janae Donald. Daryl Lee Holly Jr. Ihan Michelle Park. Candidates from the Dance Magnet, Bomb Bay. Jayla Danielle Brown. Geraldine Antonelle Brown. Ashley Janelle Burke. Catherine Gardner Cobb. Diamond Ardavia Dukes. Sierra Nicole Hall. Kelsey Nicole Mackey. Jade Kalila Amal Markham. Tatiana Deanna Matthews. Kavian Shamaya Tasnia Mitchell. Tyke Shontae Stallworth. Destiny Kiana Starks. Lauren Taylor. Jamisha Janae Williams. Linda Yang. From the Musical Theater Magnet, Jalen Angel Osborne. Ariana Crochelle Brown. Hannah Monique Crum. Chelsea Denise Hunter. Temple Lauren James. Catherine Olivia Johnston. Zipporah Jamise Moore. Genesis Andrea Celeste Phillips. Jotavius Marquez Sanders. Destiny Pasay Smith. Kiara Lynetta Patrice Smith. Elliot L. Waters. From the Photography Magnet, Maria Bernice Nunez Mendez. Alyssa Christine Tench. Kimberly Moserel Tamayo. From the Piano Magnet, Destiny LaJ Patrice Chipley. Jada Malaysia Davidson. Tatiana Danae Gary. Sakara Sherelle Glenn. Sean Kim. Caitlin Kathleen Landrum. Kelly Renee Mackey. Joy Ikea Richardson. Tiara Genesis Turner. Marquavis LaKenneth Vaughn. India Chantel Wright. From the Show Band Magnet, Vernon Isaiah Chisholm II. Joshua Thomas Huffman. Madeline Elizabeth Long. William Wayne Watley. From the Strings Magnet, Kennedy Constance Belsler. Angela Ion Joe. Savannah Danielle Perdue. Deandra Christina Williams. From the Technical Theater Magnet. Leary Camille Dixon. Jasmine Gabrielle Towns. From the Theater Arts Magnet, Alexis Nicole Alloway. Micaiah Jacory Dix. Janiqua Kishay Jones. Skylar Jahazel Regley. Jada Nicole Smith. Kelsey McDuff Wallace. Silver Amelia Wallace. Matthew Ephraim Watkins. From the Visual Art Magnet, Leanne Clark. Katie Ann Lawrence. Javis Isaiah Peavy. Berenice Ramon Reyes. Ashton Joanne Ray. Anisha Lachey Turner. And now the Academy of Communication Arts. We'll start with broadcast media. Camilla Salacia Bass. Isaiah Joel Lewis. No. Cassandra Marie Love. Grace, from the Creative Writing Magnet, Grace Lindsay Bowles. Asia Monique McCall. Tatiana Cottrell Ross. Carlisha Garcelle Steele. Paige Avion Towns. Kara Janelle Woke. From the Center for Advanced Technology, Damaris Acosta Acosta. Iana Eileen Bell. Frederick William Carver. Jonathan Demetric Ford. Jamor McKeel Harrickston. Kiera Chantel Hardy. Kelvin Michael James II. Will Johnny Prince Monexit. Ryan Joseph Nesbitt. Douglas D. Perry. Alex O'Neill Roberson. Julian Robert Thomas. Joshua Terrell Williams. Candidates from the Center for Law Magnet. April Itzenel Alvarez. Desmond Jamal Boswell. Yasmin Brianna Humphrey. Chelsea Leanne Kilgore. Brianna Nicole Lloyd. Matthew Roberson. Bernicia Lakira Scarber. Acacia Larea Starworth. Gabriel Tobias Stinson. Mahaley Kimbria Taylor. Joshua Calvin Trimble.
To our parents, to our superintendent and board members, we present to you our graduates. Congratulations, Booker T. Washington Magnet High School, class of 2017. Thank you. Thank you. And we want to extend our appreciation to the families. We know that you love your children, but we thank you so much for those of you who observed our request early in the program. Now at this time, we are going to have presentations from our broadcast media magnet, and I must mention that Carlisha still is a student in the creative writing magnet. She's our salutatorian, and we thank our commencement speaker, Jason Stiers, for such an amazing presentation. And we are so very proud of him and what he's going to do, not only for what he has done as a Tony Award winner, but also as a human being. Thank you, Jason, and we congratulate you. We present to you some beautiful babies who have now graduated, and we thank our broadcast media magnet for this presentation that you will see. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We are going to ask that Superintendent Allen and our central office personnel stand and exit our graduates out of the sanctuary. Thank you for attending our graduation, and to all of our out-of-town visitors, thank you for coming to Montgomery, Alabama. Please come back again. Thank you, BTW Fame Foundation and PTSA and all of the outstanding educators for helping us achieve excellence in all things.